Anatmanam Chajamyam. So this is renunciation. But externally, we will say that this is called renunciation. That is called Chagam. Chagas Shanti. Then definitely you will become peaceful. When you are enjoying inside, you will become peaceful. Nasti buddhi ektasya nacha ektasya bhavana. Nacha bhava yasasyanti asyantasya kotasukam. Without yogam, you can never have this Brahma Bhavana. Without Brahma Bhavana, you can never have peace of mind. So to attain peace of mind also, you have to do this yoga sadhana. Akrodha chagas shanti apaisanam, paisanam and apaisanam. This is also very important quality. That means going on criticizing, pointing others, criticizing others by having crooked ideas with the hypocrisy, apaisanam, going on criticizing. This is also very important. This is also very important. There will be, see, some people, when we are trying to establish facts, that means suppose this yogam is there, this is supreme to so many other methods, naturally you will have to condemn those other methods, because you will have to point out these methods, these are wrong methods, so you have to point out. When you are pointing out, naturally you will have to criticize the persons who are doing wrong methods. It doesn't mean that we are not criticizing the person proper, but we are criticizing the qualities, the wrong methods. So that also will come under apaisanam. So personal criticism is it should not be there, but you have to establish your true method by condemning others. If you want to conform, you have to condemn it. So in that way, there will be some criticism also that will never come under this apaisanam. That means apaisanam means going on pointing out others. This is also very important point. Some people, they will be very, they will enjoy, they will be very cheerful by criticizing others. Their day-to-day life will never go without criticizing others. That also very important. So if we have some such a type of qualities, we have to control them. We have to rectify them. Ahimsa satyamatkrodho chagasyanti rapaisanam dhaya bhuteshu alolutvam mardhavam hri achapanam. These are the very good qualities. Dhaya bhuteshu, that means showing kindness towards all the creatures. How can you? This is also important. When you are suffering inside, when you are suffering with this entire samsaram, how can you show kindness to other beings? That is also impossible. If you are showing kindness, means that is only pretension. But if you are showing kindness, means you have to derive some benefit out of them only. You are pretending that you are showing kindness to them. But only such persons who will show kindness. How? When the cup of the heart, when your cup of the heart is filled with joy, eternal bliss, when it is overpouring only, then you will show and you will share your joy to others. When you can share the joy to others, then you will show sympathy, that you will show pitiness, kindness. This is also very important. So to acquire all these qualities, you should have sufficient energy. You should always be cheerful. Cheerful in the sense, not by pretension. When you are going upwards, you will enjoy that. Naturally, you will feel like that. I am enjoying. Why can't our brothers should enjoy these things? So why can't I spread this happiness to others? Like that, you will show kindness. So daya bhuteshu, not only human beings, even all kinds of other creature beings also. That means that you should, when a being is being suffered with some violence, naturally you will have to feel like that. That means whatever the pain is suffered by the others, you will also feel. Atmaupamyena sarvatra samam pasyati Arjuna sukham va yadiva dukham sayogi paramo matah. In the 6th chapter says, whatever the other beings suffer, you will also feel inside. Whatever they are enjoying, you will also enjoy. Like that, in that way you will show this kindness. Daya bhuteshu alolatvam. Alolatvam means, here also lolatvam. Lolatvam means, and by enjoying, with the senses, his mind always swims in the sensory ocean world. His mind tries to always thinking that he will try to swim on the sensory pleasure world. He will try to enjoy, but you should never think like that. So some people, when they are going to some new spots or pilgrimage or some others, they will be going and we are going to enjoy. What is that you are going to enjoy? Nothing is outside. If you want to enjoy, inside only. But already you have some prejudicial opinions in your mind. When you are going to fulfill that, you will feel that I am going to enjoy. Some people they will be flying in the skies of the hopes and the ambitions. With the future, with I am earning this money, I can enjoy like this. With these ambitions and hopes, they will fly in the sky. That should never be there. Daya bhutesh aloluttam. You should never fly or swim in the sensory pleasure. Daya bhutesh aloluttam. Mardavam. Mardavam means gentleness. Gentleness, that is very important. A person who is with a divine nature, he should always be in sattvic state, never be corrosive. Don't try to be ever be harsh towards others. Harsh towards others. Gentleness, madhavam. Hri means shyness, modesty. The shyness, how do you feel shy? See, when we are wandering or when we are with this society, with some circumstances, you are supposed to tell some lie. You are supposed to tell some lie. But after telling that lie also, you have to feel shy inside. Because of some circumstances, you are supposed to, don't think it is a routine. But with that lie, you may harm others also. You may harm others also. When you tell lie, you might have safeguard something, but that may be harm to others also. Then that you have to feel shy, and not only that. When you see the others, when you see the seniors or some people who are doing great sadhana, this yoga sadhana, when you are seeing this, you should feel shy. No, I have also taken this yoga from Gurudev so many years, but I am not progressing. Like that, you have to feel shy. Just not by simply feeling shy, but you have to stimulate your brain by doing more sadhana. You compare. In this way, here this comparison with the other seniors, this is also very important. You will have to feel shy. And not only that, some great jnanis, if you come across, then also you have to say, so see how that Guru and that jnani did this penance. So why can't I do this? Till now I have wasted so many births. So like that, by comparing with the great jnanis and seniors and doing your mistakes uttered routinely, you will have to feel shyness. And achapalam means fickleness. Fickleness in the sense, some people, they will be going on fickling. The mind can never be stable. Even if that is very important. Why? Because fickling, going away from this fickling, that means achapalam. That without a fickleness is also very important. Suppose if you are hearing the great subject from Guru, but at the time, this man going on thinking something else. Because of his fickle nature, he cannot make the mind stable. So because of his fickle nature, he will be going on thinking something else, and he will be losing the great subject. This is very important. Even the students also, this stableness is very important. Fickle-minded people can never have this absorb this subject of Brahmajnana. So Brahmajnana, to have this Brahmajnanam, you should be always single-pointed. You should have single-pointedness. So always look steadily with the eyes of the gurus. Eyes or feet, like that only. So if you go on seeing eyes, if you go on seeing the eyes of the gurus, naturally the power will be coming from the guru to your body. So seeing, and not only that, well, if you go on staringly looking at the gurus, the power will automatically come, because that mind will be coincided with this mind. That mind will be coincided with this. So that is a great opportunity. That also a great sadhana also. Because of my experience, I am telling you. So this is all fickleness. Fickleness means always. Some people say, you explain what you have experienced or what you have uttered, all these things. He can never explain. He can never explain. Whatever he explains, he cannot explain. And if you tell something and you entrust some duty and tell to some other, he cannot explain what you say. Because of fickleness, he goes on changing. He will have he will never have a confirmed idea. So this is also very important. Achapalam. That means going away from this fickleness. Ahimsa, Satyam, Akrodho, Hri, Chagasyanti, Appositionum, Daya, Bhuteshu, Aloluktam, Mardam, Hris, Achapalam. These are all the qualities. Now coming to the Tejas, Kshama, Dhutit, Saucham, Nadro, Adroho, Natimanicha, Bhavanta Sampadam Daivi, Abhijatasya Pandava. Now Paramatma is concluding with this third slokam, that is Tejaha. Tejas means by saying the divine light. How can you see? How can you see the sattvic people who are with divine nature? Naturally, his face will be glowing. Even his face will be glowing. That means he may not be doing yoga sadhana till now, but because he was already born in this divine nature, his face will be glowing. So, by seeing the face and the language, body language and eyes and with his movements, you can understand he is born in this divine nature. So, this Tejas Kshama. Kshama means again patience, forbearance. This, how can you have Kshama? How can you, when your mind is grinding inside, when your mind is grinding inside, how can you have patience? When you are suffering with some this worldly miseries, you can never have patience. So that's why some people, they will be arrogant with the children and the wife, because he cannot withstand the miseries of the world. He will show his anger on the children and the wife. Like that, wife also shows her anger on her husband. So this Kshama means it is also great quality. In the second chapter, Paramatma told Kshama means bearing the dual qualities. That means Mata Svarsasu Kaunteya Sitoshna Sukadukada Agama Apayano Anitya Stam Chitshasva Bharata. All these whatever the fruits of these senses, whatever the fruits of this matra, sparsas, shabda, sparsa, rupas, gandhas, whatever these fruits are there, agama apayano anityastam, they will come and go. They are not permanent. They will come and go. Until then, you have to be patient. So, if anything comes in favor of you, don't be or joyful. And if anything comes negative to you, don't be perturbed. That is also come under Kshama. And there is another Kshama in sense also. There is another Kshama. Kshama balam asaktana. Kshama balam Kshama balam asaktanam saktanam bhoshanam Kshamaha. Kshmaya vasikara loke, Kshmaya kimna sajyate. Our Guru used to say this Kshama is very important. Kshama balam asaktanam. When you don't have sufficient energy to withstand or to counteract with anybody, you be patient. You be patient because you are weakened. You cannot counteract. So be patient. Just like a big dog pounces upon a small dog, it cannot pounce upon it, but simply it cries and curls its tail and curls inward. Thereby, the great dog, the big dog, cannot fight with that small dog. That is also a great weapon for the weakened persons. That is also a great weapon for the weakened persons. Kshama balam asektanam. If you are weakened, you have to be patient. Sektanam bhoshanam kshamaha. If you are capable of having much energy with strength, that also don't expose outside. If you have that energy, that will act as an ornament. So a person having much energy and be patient, if he becomes always in patience, it will act as an ornament. So a person having mighty energy and all these things, and he is patient, that is also very beautiful instrument, ornament to him. Kshama balam asektanam sektanam bhoshanam kshamaha. Kshamaya vasikre loke. When you are being patient, everything will come under you. Vasikre loke, entire world will be bound to you. They will be bending to you. Kshamaya kim na sajyate. What is impossible for you if you have got that patience. That's why our Parama Gurudev and our Gurudev used to say, Dhuti Kshama, Dhruti Kshama. That means now next quality is coming, that is Dhruti. These are two good qualities, Kshama and Dhruti. Dhuti Kshameti Dhavvayadhe Dhatre Namaha in the 108 namas in our regarding 108 namas written on our Parama Gurudev Swami Sivananda Paramasa. I have written this word, Dhuti Kshametu Dhavvayadho Dhatre Namaha. He has given two weapons, that is Dhruti Kshama. Dhuti Kshama, this Kshama is very important. Why? Because when you are, most of the people, now this is the entire chapter is to behave, how to behave in the world who are full of demons, who are full of demonic natures. So for that, to face all these qualities, you have to be patient. Dhuti Kshama, Tejat Kshama, Dhruti Saucham. Here Dhruti means fortitude. That means firmness, boldness. With firmness, how can you have boldness? That again comes under sadhana only. In the 18th chapter, Paramatma says, Drutya yaya dharate mana pranendriya kriyaha yogena avyabhicharena dhrutissapadha satviki. In the 18th chapter also, he has derived, he has defined about this dhruti. Dhruti means boldness, firmness. How? Drutya yaya dharayate mana pranendriya kriyaha. By controlling the mind and the other senses and yogena avyabhicharena, with immovable mind, by doing yoga sadhana. By doing yoga sadhana, controlling the mind and the senses, that will come under this dhruti. Then only you will have that firm boldness. So, this seeing divine light, Tejas, Dhruti, Tejas, Kshama, Dhruti, Saucham. Saucham also cleanliness. Cleanliness is again two types, external cleanliness, internal cleanliness, and cleanliness is something beyond. Saucham, Indriya Nigraham, the controlling the senses itself is Saucham. So wherever you say, Saucham means not by simply cleaning, by washing your body and clothes. This is only a pure thing. Shuddhi Saucham iti prokam mrujjalabhyantalaukikam. When you clean with the water which is derived from the earth, that itself will never come under the Saucham, but the Sujji Saucham iti prokam mrujjalabhyantalaukikam. That means aham mamete vid munotram lepagandha vimochanam Shuddhi Saucham iti prokam lepagandha vimochanam. In the Skandopanishad it says, aham mamete vid vinmotram lepagandha vimochanam. You are coated with the two qualities, that is aham mama. You have got two impurities. There are two impurities. Aham mameti vinmotram, that is like urine only. So aham mameti vinmotram lepagandha vimochanam. You are coated with all these Shuddhi Saucham iti prokam. That is the real Sucham. I like that Saucham Indriya Nigraham. In the same Upanishad it says, Abheda Darsanam Jnanam, Dhyanam Nirvisham Manaha, Snanam Manomalachyagam, Saucham Indriya Nigraham. Here also Saucham means by having control over the senses. So for every word you have to observe externally and you have to go into the depth of it by doing sadhana. So, tejas, kshama, dhruti, saucham, adroho natimanitaha. Adroho means not thinking to do any harm to others. So, always be peaceful. Don't try to do harm any others, even within your mind also. Don't have that sankalpam also. So, adroho natimanita, by having much pride. Not only manataha, atimanataha, you will have over pride. Most of the people in the demonic nature, they will have that quality atimanita, but not atimanita. A person who is with this divine nature, daivi sampada, he should have this na atimanita, without any pride, without any pride. So all these put together, there are 26 qualities. There are 26 qualities. Again, I will repeat. These 26 qualities are ahimsa, abhayam, that is fearlessness, and abhayam satta samsuddhi, that means purity of mind. Jnana yogi vyavastitihi, that means yogam jnanam, with steadfastness in the jnanam yogam. And dhanam damascha, charity, external in senses control, and jnanasya, yajnasya, doing sacrifice, and damasya, swajjaya, tapa arjanam, by doing reading great prasthana granthas and other things, and swajayam, tapa arjana, doing austerity, and saucham, arjam means straightforwardness. In the second chapter, ahimsa, non-violence, satyam, and akrodham, and tyagam, shantim, apaisanam. Apaisanam means not pointing to the defects of the others, and daya bhuteshu, that means showing kindness to the creature, any being. Alolatum, by not overwhelming the joy with the thinking to enjoy the sensory pleasures, and daya bhuteshu alolatum, mardhavam, by having gentleness, and achapalam, hri means shyness, achapalam, and fickleness, avoiding from the fickleness. Again, teja kshama, by having seeing the divine light. Kshama means bear and forbearance, patience, and satyam, dhruti, saucham, by having boldness, and suchi, and avoiding anger, and not going into the overprideness. All these 26 qualities put together, this will bhavante sampadam daivim abhijatosi Pandava. O Pandava, those who are born in this divine nature will be having all these qualities. This is very important during our day-to-day life. Let us compare. If any quality is lacking in us, we have to rectify. In order to rectify for a practical sadhaka only, Paramatma told about this chapter. Now coming to the demonic nature. All these 26 qualities come under these divine nature. Now, ahankaram balam dambho darpabhimanascha krodha paurushamevacha bhavanta sampadam daivi abhija padha ajnanam chabhijatasya padha sampadam asuri. Now Paramatma started telling about this. Dambho darpabhimanascha. Dambham means always heckled. That means he will be with hypocrisy, pretense. Always, dambham means always pretense. His nature is something inside, but he will always try to pretend outside as if he is a good man. That is called dambham. Darpa means pride, straightforward prideness. Dambho darpabhimanasya. Abhimanam means again self-conceit. Self-conscious means he will always try to be praised by others. He wants to glorify himself, and he will be trying to identify by others. That is called abhimanasya. Dambho darpabhimanas. These are all the very great qualities of these demonic people. These are the day-to-day life. In every person in front of you will be seeing like that only. So dambho darpabhimanasya. Darpabhimanasya krodha paurushamevacha. They will be always arrogant. They will be always arrogant by having all these riches and possessions, and not only, even if he doesn't have any riches also, he will be arrogant. He cannot withstand whatever the truth comes in front of him, he cannot withstand. So he will be always arrogant. Krodha paurushamevacha. Paurusha means harshness. They will be very corrosive. They will be very harsh. The people in front of us, most of the people, the demonic people, they will be very harsh. So, Nambho Darpabhimanasya Krodha Paurushamevacha. All these qualities, Ajnanam Chapidha Jatasya. And with all this Ajnanam, ignorance, innocence also, Ajnanam Chabijatasya Partha Sampadam Asane. O Partha, this will come under Sampada, that is demonic nature. Now I am going to explain some more details about this demonic nature. Daivi Sampad Vimokshaya Nibaddhaya Asrimataha Masu Sat Sampadam Daivi Abhijatosya Pandava. Now Paramatma is clarifying. Suppose if we are hearing, we have already heard these qualities. Let us tally, compare how many qualities are coincided with these qualities. My nature. Like that, even Arjuna also, he may introspect himself. Whether he is with this nature or not, he will also telling, he is promising now. He is promising, assuring, you are already born in a divine nature. Divine nature. Daivi Sampad Vimokshaya. The people who are born with this divine nature, they will be more eligible for moksham. Moksham means salvation. How can you get moksham? By having knowledge. How can you get knowledge? Yoga sanjayate jnana. By doing yoga only. That's why all these people who are with this divine nature, they will do yogam, and those who are doing yogam, they will adopt all these qualities. They will get all these qualities. Daivi Sampat Vimokshaya. So, the person who is doing yogam, definitely he will be with this divine nature. Most of the qualities will be with this divine nature. Daivi Sampad Vimokshaya Nibaddhaya Asrimataha. That means the person with this demonic nature, they will be always bonded. Bonded in the sense they will be drowned into the samsaram, and they will be going on births and deaths together. Masasa Sampadam Daivi. Now he is assuring, don't grieve yourself. You are already born in divine nature. Masasa Sampadam Daivi Abhijatosya Pandava. Oh Pandava, you are already born in this divine nature. You will don't worry about this. Don't be grieved. You are already born. Then you can understand that I can hear the rest of the subject, because I have already given an assurance and I am eligible for getting salvation. Like that, Paramatma assured Arjuna. Like that, some gurus, they will be also assuring. When the great person, when the person's devotees are coming to him with some divine qualities, then immediately Guru exposes himself. You are born in divine nature. Don't worry. Don't worry. He will assure. Like that. Like that. So there are so many stories, personal stories. I need not explain, but it is not good time to explain that also. But these are the qualities. Masasa Sampadam Daive Abhijatosya Pandava. So, the person who are born in this divine nature, they are eligible for getting salvation. The rest of the people with the demonic nature, they will be always bonded. But mind you, you are already born in this divine nature. That is already expressed on Arjuna. Though both sargo lokesmin daivasara evacha daivo vesarasa prokta asuram pardhame sruno. Now Paramatma started telling about, already he has initiated in telling about the nature of this demonic nature. Though both sargo lokesmin daivasara evacha. In this creation, in this world, there are two types of beings. Both sargo, among all these, not only human beings, there are so many other beings also. There are two varieties. Daiva asura evacha. Daiva asura evacha. Our Gurudev used to say, even among the other animals also, they are Daivi Sampada. Suppose you take, for example, cow. Cow is born in Daivi Sampada. Buffalo is born in Asura Sampada. That is the buffalo will have thick skinned. Thick skinned means, that means you won't bother whether the rain falls on pouring rain falls on it, it won't bother. Like that, the cow born in this divine nature, the buffalo is demonic nature, the coconut tree is divine nature, the palm tree is asuri nature, and the cobra is born in divine nature. The rest of the snake, they are born in asura nature. So in the creation itself, there are so many. There are two classes in the creation itself. So most of the people, they are born in demonic nature. Our Gurudev used to express, Swami Ramatirtha used to tell that pebbles are many, diamonds are very rare, but both are stones. Swamiji used to like that sentence uttered by Swami Ramatirtha. Swami Ramatirtha is a great jnani who has also toured abroad in America and other countries also. He toured and told this yoga siddhantam and brahmajnanam. That word, pebbles are many, diamonds are very rare. Pebbles means gulakarallu. There are so many stones you will be seen everywhere. Pebbles are many, diamonds are very rare. Both are stones. Diamond is also stone. Like that, there are in this creation, the diamonds are very rare. Purushalandu punya purushali vereya viswadabhirama vidaravema. ఉప్పు కప్పురంబు నొక్కపోలిక నుండి చూడ చూడ రుచుల జాడవేరు పురుషులందు పుణ్య పురుషులు వేరయ్య విశ్వదాభిరామ్. ది గ్రేట్ యోగి జ్ఞాని, that Vamana has already explained the entire Vedantam, that is discriminating between the divine nature and the demonic nature is also expressed. Purushalandu punya purushali vereya. All the human beings, they look externally same, but when you go into their mind, they are separate. If you taste it, this camphor and this salt, they are different. They look white. Like that, the Bodhisattva Lokesmin Daivasara Evacha Daivo Vistarasya Prohta. I have already explained in detail about the divine nature. Asuram Padhame Srunu. Now you hear the qualities of this demonic people, that is Asura Prakruti. Pravrittincha, Nivrittincha, Jana Navidrasraha, Nasaucham Napichacharo, Nasacham Teshu Vidyate. Now telling about the demonic people. Pravrittincha, Nivrittincha. What is meant by Pravritti? What is meant by Nivritti? Most of the people, we don't know. Pravritti, Vrittam means cycle. Cycle means, Pravritti means, that would encourages the Pravritti cycle. That is birth and death cycle. Whatever action that is encouraging the birth and death cycle, that will come under Pravritti. But these demonic people, they cannot understand. Even whatever the action, whatever the karma they do, they think that they are going for salvation. But they are helping to